Very tired right now. I just got back from 4 hours of dancing at a dance club. It is 4 a.m. and I didn't get much sleep today. Had to run some errands, and by the time I went to bed it was close to 2 p.m. and then about 4 hours later my brother stopped by and threw rocks at the window to wake me up to see what I was doing. So that woke me up, and talked to him for 15 minutes or so, and then tried to go back to sleep. And it was funny because I joked to my brother. I told him, I said, well, you know, I have to go back to sleep because I only got 4 hours of sleep, and I was going out later on today, and maybe I'll have an OBE because of it, something good about it. And what do you know, this will be my first recorded out-of-body experience doing the video logs. So very exciting day. I'm going to try to reenact the out-of-body experience I had with the camera. But basically what happened was, for the next 4 hours after my brother left, I was kind of going in and out of consciousness. Really couldn't get into a deep sleep, which usually doesn't happen with me. Usually I can fall asleep pretty easily. And then I started getting the buzzing vibrations in the brain and the head area, and I was like, you know what, let's try to mess around with this. Usually when I get those feelings in my brain, I get scared unless I've been meditating for a while and I can relax into them. So after being zapped for maybe a half hour, 40 minutes off and on, I finally relaxed into it and was able to surrender myself to the vibrations, buzzing, zapping noise in my brain. And before you know it, I started feeling my body starting to float up out of my bed and shifting, basically. So I felt myself starting to float up and shift, and it's been, gosh, almost at least a year since I had out-of-body experience, so it was a good feeling. And then I just rolled to my left and came out of my body, but I noticed I wasn't fully out. I noticed that my legs were still attached, or in that area was holding me back. So what I did was when I rolled out, I had in my mind the thought of going to see what playing card that I had set up in the bathroom. That's my target, to go see the playing card, which is right across the way, so nice and easy. So that was in my mind. Rolled to the left, got out, actually saw this chair here next to me as I rolled out, and then was crawling my way about halfway through the room and being stuck in my legs area, some part of that. So I couldn't get past that, and I was like, no, please, let me get to the cards. I just want to see the cards, it's so close. I remember thinking that in my head, and I felt myself coming back, and then I would kind of claw my way out farther again, and then get pulled back, and then I believe I did it about one more time, and then pulled back and came back and was back in my body. And I just remember the feeling of disappointment, but also the feeling of excitement that I actually had an out-of-body experience, and this is already starting to pay off that quickly. Also, many years of practice beforehand, of course, too, I believe helps, but doing the video logs and also doing my spreadsheet is definitely accelerating the whole process, and I'm excited to see what's going to come. So now I'm going to try to reenact with the camera what happened.